Today in this session, we'll learn regarding the left part of the measures and visualizations uh, in this particular session. Okay, so right now, yesterday, till yesterday we have been learned up to account finder page. Okay, we came to know like all the things that how we can do this, and then how filtering, and then how we can get this table and everything. And after that, okay, this is the next phase that they required. I hope you can see. Yep, the entire page. I hope you can see here. Okay, they required us to uh, create 4 bookmarks. They didn't give us any information to create a bookmark or something else. They wanted us to show a page with different kind of combinations and then different kind of comparisons. Okay, for that we chose cluster column charts, and then we shown all these comparisons. Here you can see this comparison is for current year and previous year. So whatever the year, okay, uh, whatever the year they select, okay, that year will be current year. And then if they select some other year, okay, so that year will be the current year. So whatever it might be, it's not like the year we are here in 22, and then that's need to be like, it's not like that. We gave them an opportunity to select by their own, because they wanted to see for previous and that previous, okay, a lot of things. For that we give them a chance to filter it from the filter pane to select a value. So that year will be like current year, and then that previous year, the year before that year will be the previous year. So based upon that, okay, we are going to calculate this one, and then comparison is like just counts based upon here. This one is like business line and then BU, comparison of business line and BU. Then that we compared in different ways, current year, previous year, and then with created on dim date. Here you can see opportunities. We have 2 things. One is with created on and view. The second one is expected due date. So as we already know, like we have 2 relations with the dates and with the dim date. So obviously here we need those 2 calculations. So how we can do that calculation? Because obviously we'll have only one relationship with the dim table, dim dimension, date dimension. And then here every value is based upon date dimension only. So we take all the filters based upon date dimension, and then if you don't have any relation, then this doesn't work exactly. Expected sales date has direct relation, so inactive active relation. So obviously this works, but created on doesn't have any active relation. It is in inactive mode. So how it doesn't looks, okay, we can't see this particular visual if we don't have any relation with this. So how we calculate that? So obviously we earlier we discussed when we have inactive relationship, we can use user relationship function to make that active for that particular instance. So I'll show you that. Okay, let's go into this. Okay, and then let me show that this. What is that this? Yep. Okay, and then afterwards, okay, you can see hmm, this is the measure, and then let me see. And then you can see normal calculation you can do like simple thing, and there is no kind of user relationships. Okay, and then for this particular created on, I'm going to tell like, okay, you can see selected here. Selected here will be like we used to have from the slicer. Okay, from the filter pane we gave option to select. Okay, when they select that here, okay, we want to grab that here. So selected value of dimnate here, so that whatever the year they selected, that we get it in the select here. And then we want to create an opportunity. We want to count opportunity count. So if is blank, okay, if this select here is blank, will show blank. And then if it is not blank, we do have any value, means if someone clicks any value, then we will show the count. So what is the count? Calculate count of opportunity ID, and we don't have a relationship with the dim date, so obviously we can't like create that. We can't count that. At that time, we will create a relationship with. We'll create a relationship with function of user relationship. We use this function, which is user relationship. In that, what is the function like syntax? You can see if I click over here, you can see the column 1 and then column 2. Between these two columns, it will create a relationship. Okay, that is what we are. So dim date and the opportunity ID. This is what you want to do. Opportunity create on a column, and then dim date column. We want to create a relationship between these two columns. And after that, we want to make dim date year is equal to selected year. What is the year that we selected over here? That we equated that with the year. So obviously we will get the count. Then when we'll get the count, if we have any value in this particular selected year, means what does the selected value do? Selected value will gives the input. Okay, will show the like will give the result if we have only one value selected in that particular. If we don't have like more than one value also, it doesn't do that. And then at the same time, if we did not select anything at that time also, it will show blank. So this is the key point over here, okay, of the selected value. Why we use a selected value, that is one of these main important, okay, because we do have some other scenario that we need to fulfill with this particular scenario. And the main thing is like if it is blank, if there is no value selected, or else if someone selected more than one value, then it will show blank. If this value is blank, then we will show everything as a blank. We don't show anything. And whenever it is not blank, then only we'll show this opportunity count. This is what we created. Why? Because okay, we do have some other functionality also required. Okay, for that scenario, we use this one. So after that, okay, all other calculations like okay, visit reports and everything is normal calculations. Create okay, count of this one, count of previous year, count of current year. Okay, these things that we need to like calculate. Okay, I'll show you this one also previous year. Simple. Count of this one is equal to same period last year of dim date. So whatever the year that we select, for the same period last year, use the function, so it will calculate for the previous year. We select this year, so obviously it will calculate. This function will calculate previous year, and this also for created date only. So we use a relationship function. And then afterwards,
select here
where you want to select here. Okay, that's what I told you. Like in the filter pane, you people we gave option to select them. Okay, so in the filter pane, okay, you can see they can filter the year from here. If you select more than one value, it will show blank. And then okay, I don't want to make two values. I want to show only one value. So obviously we don't have any other values for that previous year. So let me select this one, and then let me select this one. We have some values for the previous year, so obviously this was. Okay, I'm sorry. They'll select from this, and then okay, whenever they select from here, okay, that year we are going to show here, current year, and then the previous year, okay, we are going to show here. These are measures like current year again, like what is the year of this particular selected value of this particular year. We take it here, and then previous year means just current year minus one. That's a previous year. And then this is not only for one thing. Okay, we have a lot of other things like you can see. Business line and year. This is business line and year, and then this is like ship to region and the year, and then ship to region and okay, like this. We do have like different things that they needed. Okay, ship to region and year, ship to region, and then this is year, this is region, and the ship to line and year, ship to line and BU. So this kind of four different things they needed, and then calculations with all four, like with two dates in opportunity, and then with date column in visit reports, with the date column in inquiries. So all these things. So it took okay around more than 1.5 week. for this particular calculation for us, okay, in the real time, because we need to do a lot of things. And then they asked some other special scenario for us. That is what we need to take interesting part over here. So whenever we select one value, okay, everything fine. Whenever we select more than one value, or if we don't select, then we need to pop up a message over here. Please select a value. That is their requirement. Very funny requirement, but interesting requirement. Whenever they don't select something, they need to show. We told them that will show over here, but they want to show it over here. So we said, okay, not an issue. If they don't select anything, then obviously we even told that we'll keep some default value. After that, they can select. They told no. Okay, not an issue. Don't go with any default value, because okay, will feel like okay, that is the only value that we do have, and then they feel like they don't have any option. If they don't select that, it will show us to select that one, and then so obviously then they'll get to know like okay, they need to select some value or not. So that is the scenario that we are expecting. So we told that okay, go and select. We told that we'll keep something like arrow mark and then go and select the filter pane, and then no, don't like mess it up. Okay, just do whatever okay we require. They told us. Then we dealt with that. That is not a big thing. We shown that one. So how we shown that one? Okay. And then if I don't select anything, like I'll show you that. Okay, if I select more than one value, you see, please select single value. This is what you can see. If I deselect, if I select only one value, I can't see anything. I can't see anything. Right? What is that? Not a bookmark, not a bookmark, not a bookmark. Very simple thing. For that, okay, I'll show you that. What is the measure that we used in that text box? This is the measure. Very interesting measure. The logic part is very good, very easy measure. But you need to like while implement to make this kind of implementation, it took around 2 days to think. Okay, what we need to what we need to do. Okay,
Yes, sir.
we fired our brains, and after that we got simple logic. Yes, earlier, and then we made this kind of things. Okay, this is blank concept also we implemented in the measures only just for this kind of things. Earlier, okay, there is no requirement of is blank while we counting this opportunity count based upon created on date. Just right now I showed you, right? In that there is no need of is blank, but we implemented that just because we can use this function over there. So if variable selected value of dim date. So when we'll get dim date here, when someone select 1 year, then we'll get dim date, or else it will be blank. If nobody is, if they are not selecting any value also, it will give blank. So that is the positive thing of this particular function, that it helps us. So if they are not selecting any value, it will give blank. If they select one value, it will show the value. If we select more than one value, again it will show the blank. So that exactly worked for us. So we took this selected value of this particular year. So whenever we do have year, it will show that year. And then whenever we select more than one or else blank, we don't select, it will show us blank. So we taking this value into here if is blank. If this value is blank, then show please select single value. Else part, we didn't give anything. You can show, you can make it blank, or else you can even delete that one. We'll delete that one. So
Uh,
this is the written part that will be. Yeah, go ahead. Ask me.
where you kept that one?
What is it?
Text. You put the text over that bar chart.
Yeah, okay. We created a card visual. Okay, it's showing blank. Okay, why it is showing blank? Okay. Okay, else part. Okay, else part. It is showing. Okay, that for that. Okay, again, let me do some. Okay, maybe that's the reason why we kept that part. I hope. Oh, why it is showing? Okay, if it is not blank. Okay, then it shows. Okay, then okay for that reason. Okay, we'll make it like this. Not
All the
okay, so here you can see whenever we do have any value selected, we can't see anything because this is a card. In that card, we remove the background. We remove the background. we remove the background. Okay, if you give the background, it will shows like that. It will blind the behind one. So we remove the background, then it will be like empty glass. In that, when we don't have like selected value, then obviously the behind value will become white. Okay, we can't see any visuals over here. At that instance, we will show some text basis. You can see like, okay, I'll deselect this one. At that instance, the visual will be disappeared, and then okay, you can see this message will be displayed. And if you select something, this message will be invisible. Okay, if you you can see right now you can't see anything. Then whenever you see this, you can see that, and then whenever you can see that is the magic over here. Simple tax measures. Yeah.
Get the idea.
Yep. Okay. I didn't get you. What is that?
Simple, but you should have get the idea. It takes 2 days.
Yeah. Only thing is like it took 2 days to understand like what logic need to write over here. Okay, we fried our brains. Okay, for to get this logic, and then generally these kind of things happens in real time. Like we if we get the logic, that will be very easy. Unless we get the logic, we feel like okay, we need to write okay 10 lines or 20 lines codes, okay, or else something like. Suddenly it will hit for us. Okay, thinking like that, and then what is the function? What are there? A lot of things. Okay, in the beginning, like we created this one, like the selected value, we created this one. But okay, this part, okay, the behind part is not getting blank. Okay, it is showing something. So in this particular calculation also we made if okay selected value is blank, then we want to show it is a blank. So that
behind point, if there is no year selected, it will be blank anyhow.
Yes, okay. Even this also, this columns also will get blank when we have okay when we select more than one value or we select okay no values. This one also could become blank. Okay, that is also like earlier I shown you the code for that. Okay, that is also in there also we use that kind of is blank kind of mechanism. If is blank.
That's why it's not blank. Else it's not.
If is blank of selected value, if this value is selected, then we want to show blank. So this part we have been included after after doing a lot of research, and then we include this thing, and then okay first we made the text part, and then again we felt like okay this one will become a blank now, then that is very good, like we can show that. Without that okay it doesn't gives any feel good, so we made it, and then it was fantastic.
No, it's selected, columns will not show up. Axis will be shown up.
Yeah. The column won't be that, but axis will be shown.
Axis will be shown. Okay.
Then based upon some other things also we can do something like if we want to do like based upon if it is got selector. We didn't plan a lot of things, not one thing or a lot of things. We went to like bookmarks, and then lot of things, and then lastly we found okay this is the easiest way to go with that. And then bookmarks doesn't work over here perfectly. Then obviously every time okay after selecting the year okay they need to go for a click, and then only it will work. Okay. Then obviously we thought that we keep a filter, and then afterwards we'll click some once they enter that value, and then they'll click okay, and then afterwards okay we thought with some other lot of big plans taking these values, and then afterwards we'll show those values, and then in the text format, not in this format, and then once they select that, and then they'll click upon that. So based upon that we'll do some switching, and then we'll use this relation with that text numbers in text format, not in like year format. Then we'll have a relation with that okay, and we're using switch function, and then we'll keep that in the calculations, and then we'll do that so that they can see only after this one. If they don't select anything and if they don't click until then okay it will show some big message over here. We felt like that, but they feel like okay the user feels only comfortable when what he wants every time user feels okay whatever he told, if we are unable to do means he feel like okay waste. And then even we do bigger than that now, like he can't accept that. No, I am not comfortable with this. Even we do a lot of coding, and then we made fantastic, but what he expected, like, okay, that is fine for him. So this is one of the important thing that you can understand, and then you can tell to your people, like into you. But this is a little bit tough part to explain. Okay, sometimes they won't understand like how it happens in the mise blank kind of function. You need to explain very cleanly, very slowly, then they'll understand this scenario. Okay, this is main thing, and then we do have, okay, let me show you. All other things are like general visuals only. Here we made two measures. One is for current year, one is for previous year. And then when we have like a non active inactive relationship, we use it, or we call it as that function. And then you need to tell that one also. This is also one of the important scenario that we had this kind of function. And then modeling, in modeling, obviously you'll tell that. But here in the DAX also, you can tell that we use this kind of function to achieve this kind of situation. Whenever we have inactive relationship, we use a user relationship kind of function. Okay, and then what are the other things that we need to discuss over here? These are like 4 pages. I'm going to show all the 4 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's it. Okay, this is the logic behind that. Okay, so whenever we select more than one value, so we need to have this kind of value. So that's it. And then after that, okay, they asked us to show like comparison between UI and region, and then they wanted to take this business units as stack values, comparison between the business units. Okay, what's the this business, how much business has been happened, and then these kind of things based upon region. So all the regions. At the same time, they wanted to see pictorial view, tabular view, and a lot of other things like visit reports based upon BU in the tabular form, and then visit reports based upon, okay, monthly. Lot of scenarios based upon only visit reports. So all the things we kept, okay, in one report. Comparison with BU, and then like region, and then comparison between BU and then month, and then comparison between BU and then LRA, and then region, all together 3 things at a time, and then the tabular visual visit reports table. So a lot of things in one page, and then applied some filters upon that. Okay, this is one of the important visual in our scenario, but because they asked us to show this in one page, but we felt like how we can show. We took little bit time. We shown him different things, like we'll keep bookmarks, okay, to show all these things, okay, in different pages, and then he told that, okay, I want to see all at once so that I can have a comparison between this. There is a big logic. There is big. Good insights behind this, because at one instance, based upon visit reports, he can see entire thing in his entire data. He can see entire table, and after that, here you can see comparison between business line, region, and then B units. For each and every business line, okay, the total business count, and then business units. So this comparison has been done, and then afterwards, separate comparison with the same visit reports. Region, okay, which you can see over here, the region. Okay. And then after, okay, the monthly wise, and then they asked even like yearly also. We told that, okay, sir, it is too filled up. If I keep yearly means, okay, they asked us at least to show some uh, pie chart or something else over here, but we told that we make clumsy over here. So they accepted. This is enough. If we need it, okay, we can take care about this one. So even they asked us to show like do some over here, like where we can show yearly and monthly also. We told that, okay, so we tried and showed it in bookmark also over here. So only thing is he don't want to use any bookmarks. Directly he wanted to show everything. So obviously we removed the bookmark for years and month migration, and then we showed only month, and then he was satisfied with that. So in that way, like it is not like the final copy that you make from the beginning. From the beginning, you keep on. Why? Okay, this many days it will take means you'll make some logics, and then you'll create some visual, and then after that they'll come with okay some other thing like we are not happy with this. I want this over here over here. Then again you need to even sometimes change the logic also. Sometimes you need to change all the feel good things which have been already created by spending a couple of days. So finally, altogether, this will take okay more than like 1 week or something else to show. We'll create something today, and then we'll show him tomorrow morning, and again he will tell something, and then again we'll work in the tomorrow, and then afterwards again next day morning we'll show him. Sometimes they'll come only for 2 days. Okay, so we need to show this, take screenshot, and need to send them, and then afterwards they'll reply again. So in this way, it'll take time. Okay, so obviously opportunity table and then enquiry table, all the three tables. Okay, that's it regarding the DAX part. So when it comes to uh, DAX, what are the important scenarios that you need to tell apart from okay the project? If in the project you can tell the one which is like blank show that one is one of the scenario. The second scenario is like uh, mm, the filter account filter part where you've been taken renamed and selected columns renamed, and then afterwards you made union. That is one part, and then from the beginning phase you've been already mm, created some disconnected tables, and then okay this one disconnected tables, and then after that created some measures and used the switch and to show whatever the based upon the value that in this particular column we want to show the measures. After that indicators, this everything you can tell to them. And then other scenarios that we already learned, okay, we already created like the sales and forecast, the same line, the visual customization what we've been done, like that will show that you can tell over here. And then afterwards okay you can tell even like the sales number. Okay, the sales number means okay here the opportunity count number, that is what you want to show. The opportunity count, it should like be like every month they have a target, and whether that is fill the target, reach the target, above the target, or below the target, they wanted to show that. So we created a particular above and below area kind of visual customization. So that is one of the thing. Then with the DAX, if you tell now, they'll feel like, So obviously, till now I've been told 6 to 7 scenarios, and then afterwards you can tell um, top and others. Here you have been shown lot of things, lot of things, lot of regions, and lot of some things. Okay, but actually they wanted to see only top 5, and then after that all other things they wanted to show it in others column. They don't want to show all this kind of values. They wanted to show only top 5, and the other need to be shown in others, so that it looks very pretty good. So that is their scenario. So obviously we implemented top and others. Already you have the code, and then you can tell that simply. So in that way you can portray like you can prepare the scenarios for your project, and then you can include outer concepts also. Every time you can't tell only the concept over here, you can tell whatever the things that you've been learned, so that you can expand the uh, project, and then you can they'll feel like okay you've been told a lot of DAX functions and DAX scenarios, so that they don't ask you their own logics. Definitely if they ask you the own logics you can write. I'm not telling that everyone, but some people can't write any DAX at that instance. They may take time. Even if someone asks me, like definitely I'll say take some time, and then I'll answer. But okay, as an experience, I can tell most of the things. I can tell some answers, like at least the algorithm. But for the newbies, okay, the people who just learned, okay, it will be like they need to like practice a lot to get this kind of idea. So to avoid that, what you need to do, you can tell all the functions and then all the scenarios in the DAX that you learned as you have been done that in this project. మీరు ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో అవన్నీ చేసినట్టుగా మీరు చేసినట్టు చూపిస్తే ఎక్కువసేపు మీరు ఎక్కువ సినారీస్ చెప్పినట్టు అవుతుంది, చాలా ఎక్కువ డాక్స్ వాడికి చెప్పినట్టు అవుతుంది, అండ్ దెన్ యూ ఫీల్ లైక్ కంఫర్టబుల్, అండ్ దెన్ ఆబ్వియస్లీ సెలెక్ట్ అయిపోతాం. So that is the main concept of it. Just prepare all your కొన్నిటిని టఫ్ అని చెప్పండి, కొన్నిటిని ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ సినారియోస్ అని చెప్పండి. కొన్ని ఇది ఇందాక మనము చూసాం కదా, టఫ్ అని చెప్పండి, ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ సినారియో అని చెప్పండి. అండ్ దెన్ ఐ వాంట్ టు టెల్ లైక్ వెరీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ సినారియో ఇన్ మై ప్రాజెక్ట్. చెప్పేటప్పుడు కూడా వాడికి నిజంగా మీరు అది ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ అని ఫీల్ అవుతున్నట్టుగా ఫేస్ పెట్టండి, అంతేగాని కంఠస్థం పెట్టినట్టు ఉండకూడదు. యా నిజంగానే వాడు ఏది వాడి కళ్ళులోని లేకపోతే వాడి మొహంలోని ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ అనగానే ఎందుకంటే వాడు మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తాడు, మీరు ఆయన చూడలేదు. వాడు ఎలా ఫీల్ అవుతుందో మీకు తెలియదు. Most of the times they don't show their faces, they only make like you need to like see them. Okay, so just prepare all those things like scenarios, ఏ టైం చెప్పాలి, ఎలా చెప్పాలి, దాని ట్యాంక్స్ లైక్ ఇవన్నీ వేరేగా ఒక దగ్గర రాసుకోండి, ఒక డాక్యుమెంట్ లో ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకోండి, ఒక డాక్యుమెంట్ ఇప్పటి నుంచి. అండ్ దెన్ మీరు యూ నీడ్ టు ప్రిపేర్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ విత్ దాట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ డిస్క్రిప్షన్. మీరు ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకోవాలి. దిస్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ డిస్క్రిప్షన్ ఏంటి, వాళ్ళ బిజినెస్ ఏంటి, మీ ప్రాజెక్ట్ క్లయింట్ ఎవరు. క్లయింట్ డోంట్ టెల్ ఏషియన్ పెయింట్స్ చెప్పగానే పోతారు, ఎందుకంటే ఆల్రెడీ ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్ నేను చెప్పిన వాళ్ళందరూ చాలా మంది వాళ్ళకి ఎన్నిసార్లు చెప్పినా వాళ్ళు క్లయింట్ ఏషియన్ పెయింట్స్ అని చెప్పేస్తున్నారు. వాళ్ళు ఏంటి ఏషియన్ పెయింట్స్, మీరు కూడా ఏషియన్ పెయింట్స్ చేశారని అడిగారట. ఆహా అంటే వేరే అంటే వేరే స్టూడెంట్ కనుక వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, వాళ్ళు కూడా సరే చెప్తారు, ఒకే కంపెనీకి మాకు బ్యాచెస్ స్టూడెంట్స్ చాలా మంది చెప్తారు అనుకోండి. సో ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఏషియన్ పెయింట్స్ అనకూడదు. అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి అంటే యూ నీడ్ టు టెల్ సమ్ అదర్ పెయింట్స్ కంపెనీ. ప్రపంచంలో ఎన్ని పెయింట్స్ కంపెనీలు ఉన్నాయో అందులో ఏదో పెయింట్ కంపెనీ చెప్తే వాళ్ళు ఇంకేదో అనుకుంటారు. సో జస్ట్ గూగుల్ ఫ్రమ్ ఓకే ఎనీ యుఎస్ ఆర్ యూకే ఆర్ ఎనీ ఆస్ట్రేలియా ఆర్ ఎనీ ఆఫ్ ది కంట్రీకి ఒకసారి వెళ్ళి అందులో ఒక పెయింట్ కంపెనీ నిపాన్ పెయింట్స్ we do have in India also, but we do have that one in USA. సో అలా కాకుండా కొంచెం తెలియని కంపెనీస్ ఏవో చెప్పండి, ఈ కంఫర్టబిలిటీ కోసం. ఓకే, సో యూ కెన్ టెల్ దట్. బట్ ఓకే, ఉన్న కంపెనీ పేరు పెట్టండి, పేరు మాత్రం సిఆర్ఎం ప్రాజెక్ట్ అని పెట్టండి. సేల్స్ మేనేజర్ అనాలిసిస్ అని చెప్పండి, ఎస్ఎంఎస్ అని పెట్టుకోండి, ఎస్ఎంఈ అని పెట్టుకోండి, సేల్స్ మేనేజర్ అనాలిసిస్ ప్రాసెస్ అని పెట్టండి. ఓకే,
సిఆర్ఎం అనేది ఆల్రెడీ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లేకపోతే
ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్ పేరు అలా ఉన్నదండి. ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అలా పేరు పెట్టారు అంతే, సిఆర్ఎం ప్రాజెక్ట్. వాళ్ళు యూజ్ చేసిన సిఆర్ఎం బేస్ చేసుకుని ప్రాజెక్ట్ అంతా నడుస్తుంది, సిఆర్ఎం ప్రాజెక్ట్ అంతే. ఓకే, సో ఎస్ఎంఈ అని పెట్టుకోండి, సేల్స్ మేనేజర్ అనాలిసిస్ పెట్టుకోండి.
ఫస్ట్ ఎంక్వైరీ వస్తుందా, ఎంక్వైరీ తర్వాత ఆపర్చునిటీస్
ఏ రకంగా చెప్పినా పర్వాలేదు. ఫస్ట్ వాళ్ళ ఆర్డర్ లైక్ ఎంక్వైరీ విజిట్ రెండు ఫస్ట్ కింద లెక్క, ఆపర్చునిటీస్ సెకండ్ వస్తుంది. ఇది ఫస్ట్ అది సెకండ్ అని ఏమి ఉండదండి. మన వాళ్ళు వెళ్తే అది ఆపర్చునిటీ, ఇది ఎంక్వైరీ. అయితే వాళ్ళు వస్తే ఎంక్వైరీ, మన వాళ్ళు విజిట్కి వెళ్తే, మన సేల్స్ మెన్స్ విజిట్కి వెళ్తే విజిట్. So that's it regarding the measures and then visualization part. And then ఇది మీరు ఇంతవరకు చెప్తారు. And then they ask you like how much time it took, then you can tell like it took around like 6 months ప్రాజెక్ట్ అండి అని చెప్తారు. ఎందుకంటే వాడికి తెలియదు ఇందులో ఎన్ని పేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి, ఎంత కాంప్లెక్స్ ఉన్నది, బుక్ మార్క్స్ ఇవన్నీ మీరు చెప్పరు. ఎక్కువ యూజ్ బుక్ మార్క్స్ అండ్ డ్రిల్ డౌన్ అండ్ డ్రిల్ త్రూ అండ్ then అన్ని చెప్తారు, అన్ని యూజ్ చేసినట్టుగా. అది ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేశారని అంటే దాన్ని ఎక్కడ దగ్గర దాంట్లో చేస్తారు. అక్కడ మాకు ఇయర్స్ లో ఉన్నది, మంత్స్ క్వార్టర్స్ లో కూడా కావాలి అనుకుంటే డ్రిల్ డౌన్ ఆప్షన్ ఇచ్చాము, చేశారు. డ్రిల్ త్రూ ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఒక టేబుల్ ఫార్మాట్ లో లైక్ వేరే డేటా ఉన్నది, అందులో దానికి మేము డ్రిల్ త్రూ ఇచ్చాము. ఏంటండి ఏంటండి
రిపోర్ట్ చూపించమని అడుగుతారా?
రిపోర్ట్ ఎలా చూపిస్తారండి మీరు? ఒకవేళ మీరు ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో పనిచేస్తున్న రిపోర్ట్ చూపిస్తారా? చూపించరుగా. అది కంపెనీకి ఏ కంపెనీ అడగదు, ఎందుకంటే కంపెనీ రూల్స్ లో ఉంటది, మీరు చేసే ప్రాజెక్టు డేటా అసలు ఎవరికి చెప్పకూడదు, చూపించకూడదు. ఓరల్లే మీరు అసలు చూపించడం గిపించడం అలాగే వేయట్లేదు. ఉంది కదా నేను చేశాను కదా చూపించారా, పోయింది. యాక్చువల్లీ ఆ కంపెనీకి లోగోస్ అన్ని ఉండేవి. లైక్ మీ పర్పస్ కోసం ఏంటంటే లైక్ లుక్ అండ్ ఫీల్ కొంచెం మార్చాలి. నేను యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గా నేను తీసుకురాలేను, రాకూడదు కదా. లుక్ అండ్ ఫీల్ కొంచెం డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంటది. ఓకే, సో మరి ఇంత అప్ అండ్ డౌన్ అలా ఉండదు. మొత్తం సీక్వెన్స్‌గా ఉంటది. అండ్ దెన్ ఈ బ్యాక్‌గ్రౌండ్ కూడా ఇలా ఉండదు. అండ్ దెన్ ఇవి కూడా కొంచెం నీట్‌గా ఉంటాయండి. అంటే కొంచెం పైకి కిందకి, పైకి కిందకి ఇలా ఉన్నాయి చూసారా ఇక్కడ? అలా ఏముండవు. ఇవన్నీ టెక్స్చువల్ అంతా నీట్‌గా ఉంటది. బట్ మీ ఎక్స్‌ప్లనేషన్ కోసం నేను కొన్ని మళ్ళీ ప్రాజెక్ట్ మొత్తాన్ని డేటా తీసుకొని, ఎంటైర్ డేటా కాకుండా కొంచెం డేటా తీసుకొని మొత్తం ప్రాజెక్ట్ మొత్తం కూర్చొని చేసి, అన్నీ చేసి చేశాను. ఆఫ్టర్ థట్ యాస్ ఎవ్రీబడీ. లాట్ ఆఫ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కూడా చేసిన డాక్యుమెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి. ప్రతిసారి స్టూడెంట్స్ చేసి ఇలాంటివి వాళ్ళు కూడా ఇలాంటి డాక్యుమెంట్ తయారు చేస్తారు. టీడీడీ డాక్యుమెంట్ వాళ్ళు సొంతంగా తయారు చేస్తారు. మొత్తం ప్రతి విజువల్ రాసి చేసి అంటే టీడీడీ అంటే చేయలేదు. వాళ్ళు చేసిన ప్రతి లాజిక్, కోడ్ లేకపోతే ఫిల్టర్స్ చేశారు అవన్నీ రాస్తారు. సో అదే ఇంకో టీడీడీ అయిపోతుంది. అంతే. సో టుడే ఐల్ షేర్ దిస్ మెజర్స్ తాలూకా డాక్యుమెంట్ నేను పంపించాను నేను మీకు. నెక్స్ట్ తర్వాత మోడలింగ్ తాలూకా డాక్యుమెంట్ పంపించారు కదా పీడిఎఫ్.
మోడలింగ్ అయింది. అది 2 లాజిక్స్ ఏం చేయాలి తెలియట్లేదు.
అర్థం కాలేదండి.
ఒక్క నిమిషం. నిన్న 8 టేబుల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలని చెప్పారు. మొన్న
ఓకే.
దాంట్లో 2 టేబుల్స్ నీకు అది ఏ కాలం యూజ్ చేయాలో తెలియట్లేదు. మా సేల్స్ మేనేజర్ కి ఏం యూజ్ చేయాలో.
సేల్స్ మేనేజర్ ఆల్రెడీ ఉందండి. మిస్‌లేనియస్ అనే ఒకటి మీకు టేబుల్ ఇచ్చాను కదా అందులో ఉంటుంది. సేల్స్ మేనేజర్, రీజియన్ ఈ 2 ఉంటాయండి ఆల్రెడీ. అవి మీరు క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. మిస్‌లేనియస్ అనే టేబుల్ ఇచ్చారు కదా అందులో ఉంటాయి.
ఆ డాక్యుమెంట్ లో ఉందా?
మిస్‌లేనియస్ అనే ఒక ఎక్సెల్
ఓకే.
అందులో ఉంటాయి. ఒకసారి చూడండి. అండ్ దెన్ యూ కెన్ స్టార్ట్ డూయింగ్ దిస్. దెన్ రేపు రో లెవెల్ సెక్యూరిటీ చెప్పుకుంటాము. ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ రో లెవెల్ సెక్యూరిటీ, స్టాటిక్ అండ్ దెన్ డైనమిక్ రో లెవెల్ సెక్యూరిటీ అంటే ఏంటని మనం రేపు టుమారో సెషన్ విల్ డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ దట్ రో లెవెల్ సెక్యూరిటీ. All the important points, then how we implement, and then what is the code that you need to write is more important in dynamic row level security. If you can tell with the code, like they'll feel comfortable గా వాళ్ళు మమ్మల్ని తీసుకుంటారు, కాన్ఫిడెంట్ గా తీసుకుంటారు. రో లెవెల్ సెక్యూరిటీస్ 2 చేశాను. వాళ్ళు మాకు స్టాటిక్ అడిగారు, మేము డైనమిక్ చేశాము. డైనమిక్ లో ఇలా చేసాం, ఇది కోడ్ అని చెప్పి కోడ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తూ చెప్పాలి. వాళ్ళకి అర్థం అవ్వాలి మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తే. అంతేగాని చదివినట్టుగా కొంచెం అంటే గోడ మీద అంటించుకొని చదివేస్తున్నాడు అనుకుంటారు. I know like lot of people used to do that. ల్యాప్‌టాప్ డైరెక్ట్‌గా చూస్తే అంటే కింద పెడితే చూస్తే అర్థమైపోద్దని ల్యాప్‌టాప్ వెనకాతల రాసుకుంటారు. ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్స్ అని వరుసగా రాసేస్తారు. రాసేసి గోడ ఖండించేసి చదివేస్తా ఉంటారు. అప్పటికి కూడా కొంతమంది పోల్ చేస్తారు. చేసి ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేసి అలిసిపోయింది. పోల్ చేస్తాం. ఆహా! ఓకే. చూసి చదువుతున్నావా? చదువు మేమేం అడగం. ఓకే అనేస్తాం. అది అవ్వదాన్ని పక్కన పెట్టేస్తాం. వాడికి అర్థం అవ్వాలి. మనం చెప్పేటప్పుడు మనము అనుకోకుండా అటు ఇటు లైక్ ఇలా ఎక్స్‌ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తూ కళ్ళు మూసుకొని ఎక్స్‌ప్లెయిన్ చేసి ఇలా చేసినా పర్వాలేదు. వాడికి ఏంటంటే కాన్స్టెంట్‌గా ఏదో చూస్తూ చెప్తున్నారు లేకపోతే అని చెప్పకూడదు. ఎయిదర్ వాడి కెమెరా వైపు వాడిని చూస్తూ చెప్పొచ్చు. ఆర్ ఎల్స్ సమ్‌టైమ్స్ వాడిని అలా కాన్సంట్రేట్‌గా చూస్తూ చెప్పడం అంటే కష్టం గానీ బట్ యూ కెన్ టెల్ లైక్ మామూలుగా. అంతేగాని ఒకటి ఏదో అలా అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తూ దేన్నో చూస్తూ చదువుతున్నట్టుగా చేస్తే మాత్రం అబ్జర్వ్. ఓకే. దట్స్ ఇట్ ఫర్ టుడే అండ్ దెన్ ఐ విల్ మీట్ టుమారో. బై. Any questions?
Yesterday